what's going on? It's 4:36. We're a little over 4.5 hours into our trip. We're at mile marker 150, where Interstate 81 and 220 come together. We're right in Roanoke, Virginia. It's like right around the halfway mark. There's this is the second and last way station on Interstate 81. I'm pretty light, so I'm pretty confident and that I'll get the bypass. Right here's the problem with this exit ramp. Like, we're coming up on the way station and all trucks have to be in the right lane, and we got 20 cars coming onto the ramp right here, so it's kind of a tricky situation right here, but just got to stick with it. And it is open. I don't know, I'll keep this on here. I don't want to get in trouble. There's a cop. It is a cop sitting there running radar. Slow her down a little bit. The way station says open. All trucks have to come to the right up here. I don't want to. What if I keep my phone down here? I'm trying to make it so you guys can hear me, but all trucks have to stop. And I get nervous, like real nervous. Like anytime I have to deal with anything with cops, I get nervous. And the speed limit through here is 40 miles an hour, but this road is really fucking rough. You cannot do 40 miles an hour through here. And the way that the scale is, there's a weight pad in there that tells them how fast you, or how much you weigh. And if that computer thinks that you're overweight, you get kicked over to the scale. And there's a little set of green and red lights, and you have to follow whatever direction that green arrow is doing. I'm gonna pause this till we get through it, just in case. Just hang on a second. Right here's the scale. There, one guy just got the green light. Hold on. All right, we got the green light to bypass. Right here's the scale. I got my phone down so you won't be able to hear me real good. See, these guys over on the right-hand side are too heavy. And right there, that tanker's just now pulling on a set of scales. And they communicate through you right there. And there's a tunnel. There's an actual tunnel right here. You go underneath the ground and you go over on this side over here. That's how this system works. And if you're overweight and they want to run your shit, you have to go underneath the interstate and go over on that side. It's really fucking fascinating. It's really cool the way that this all works. And then there's trucks like this guy right here. He has a pre-pass inside, and he'll get a green light or a red light inside on his dash. And if he gets the green light, he can bypass. If he gets a red light, he has to stop and run through the system. But that doesn't necessarily mean he still has to pull on the scale or not, because it depends on his weight. The computer, it's a fascinating system. If you don't know anything about it, you know, it's pretty neat. But if you're never going to drive a truck, it really doesn't fucking matter. But, you know, if you're planning on or thinking about it or ever have had thoughts about driving, like, it's something you'll learn eventually. It's not as big of a deal as what most people think or make it out to be. So if you're scared to drive a truck, don't ever be scared of a way station. There's nothing to be scared of. But yeah, I thought maybe that might be fascinating. I'm in Roanoke, Virginia, if I haven't said that 50,000 times already. Yeah, we're 4.5 hours in. We got, I don't know how far to go, long ways to go. So since I left my house, it was 10:15. Just call it 10 o'clock. And so it's from 10 to now. You do the math. It's 4:40 Eastern Standard Time. You can do math. I'm sure of it. I'm not going to do it off the fly while I'm driving, trying to film myself and having a good old time here. I'm not texting, so that's a positive, right? We're just having fun holding this phone. I can throw it down at any time. So I am actually paying attention to what's going on around me. But, alright, I don't want to make this too long. Thanks, guys. Keep watching. We're having fun. If you've ever seen a covered wagon and wondered how these trailers work, it's real simple. Like these arms right here, these come untied with just bungees and with ropes like this, just tied up. And that whole thing will lay over on top of these things right here, these little rails. And this all comes out. This comes up out, this comes up out, and they all go in these little holders right here. There's one on both sides. And this whole thing will break down to a regular flatbed like that right there. This just has a side kit. They call these a side kit for a covered wagon. Like this whole thing has like grooves and just bungees. Like this door slides up. It's like it's pretty neat how this whole thing like really fits together. But it's just bungee cords and shit that holds this tarp down. And there's one that comes around in the back that hooks it in the front and the back. And yeah, it's pretty fucking simple. It's just tied together, tied down with bungees and ropes, and that's all that holds it down. And then the top, there are these little bands that like go up over the top and hold the tarp up. And some loads you can't put that piece in there, and some loads you have to take them down. Yeah, just if anybody was ever curious. And then the front has the two corners. You hook the two corners down and you stretch it out over top of your load, and just like that, you got a covered wagon. They're really popular with hauling like coils and I don't know, coils, and in my case, hot tubs. I always try to end this on an odd number, not an even number. I call it good luck. Like, yeah, it's on a 7207. I always try to get an odd number. I don't know, it's one of those superstition things, but $335.09. We got 117 gallons, and we're full. This will get us a long ways. I don't like to go past like a half a tank whenever I'm running long loads like this, because you never know what's going to happen, and you get stuck and you need fuel or whatever. But yeah, that's all there is to getting fuel. Half an hour break's almost up. Alright, it's 6 o'clock. We got our half an hour break in. We got 2 pieces of banana bread, a fucking blow me pop, and a smart water, and a coffee. We are good. We are legal to drive for another 8 hours. I don't know if I have another 8 hours left in my shift, but we are, I don't know, I have to look at it. Hold on a second. I got 5.5 hours of drive time in so far, so I have exactly another 5.5 hours that I can legally drive. It is 6 o'clock. I mean, unless I stop and take another minute break or something, but yeah. So we got, what, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Drive to around 11 o'clock and we'll see where we're at. So, thanks guys for watching. Let's get this fucking show on the road. Come on, Bertha, let's rock and fucking roll. Trump 2020, grab him by the pussy. Ah, Jesus Christ, fucking people.